Welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. My name is Mark and my wife Tara. I just got back from a week and a half out in BC visiting and moving my parents. So I am back on the farm. So if you haven't seen last week's video, it was of Kangaroo Creek in British Columbia, the Okanagan Valley, Kelowna. And if you have watched that, there is a little surprise if you go over to their Facebook page, Wanda, which was the capybara, and in that video, one of the volunteers was saying, well, she's either fat or pregnant. It turns out she was pregnant 2 days after our visit there. She gave birth to a little baby girl. So there's a couple videos over on their Facebook page. I will put a link down in the description for that, and you can go over there and have a look.
We're expecting rain, so we'll give them hay inside.
It looks like they're looking for the hay. Right, Paula? So we keep our hay in, well, we try to keep some in here. During the summer months, it's not too bad going down to the barn, but in the winter time, we like to have some in our winter shelter out back. All right, here we go. Hi, Piper. Piper wants to go. Piper wants to go in. You can hear all the goats. We're down to 2 kids. That's Billie Jean there. Oh, and Moira. Come on, kids. They must be out back. Oh no, here they are here. I completely missed them. So this is Clyde and Bonnie. So they're the only 2 kids left. So the other 4 went home while I was away. And they are going to their new home on Monday. Okay, so it looks like are Petey and Piper going in?
Yeah, I will.
So they usually go in to get some food. So they know the routine. They're sitting here waiting at the door. Impatiently.
Okay, you 2. Go.
In you go.
Oh, don't find that bucket. No, not those. The bucket of peas is on the ground over there.
Oh. So this is basically a pig ration and grains. I'm going to throw some peas in there and lentils. So again, those are soaked peas and lentils. And they know the routine.
Well, look at their hair.
When Mama comes out...
I coconut oiled them and they just look so slick. Okay? Like Petey's hair compared to... Hey, good girl. Good boy, Petey. Good boy.
He says, okay, you can pet me, I'm eating, but you can pet me, I suppose. So we're looking out and we're seeing the geese, and they're like, what about us? Everybody else gets to eat.
So they get a scoop of wheat and a scoop of barley?
They know, the animals know. Whoop, sorry, Marley. Now we want to throw it out, so they spread it all out so it's harder for the larger animals to eat it, because we don't want them to get too much grain. And usually the larger animals will kind of give up over time and go back to the hay, but the ducks and the geese will hang out and just kind of pluck away at it. Now something else that's happened while I was away is on the pond, If you remember from the last video 2 weeks ago, there was a significant amount of duckweed on the pond. So that has gone down significantly. You can still see little bits here and there. But what had happened was Tara didn't feed the geese and ducks so much last week. She lowered their rations, and that forced them to go in and eat the duckweed in the pond. So that dropped the green level down. So now we know how to control the duckweed, and it's all a learning curve. So we were a little concerned that it was going to get overrun. I know from last year it was fine, and come winter it did subside. But now we're down to a manageable level of duckweed. Oh, water for the rabbits! So there's 3 rabbits out here?
3.
Yeah, there's 3 rabbits out here. The other rabbits are inside. We have about, about 15? 12, 15 inside?
They should be gone by the end of today.
Yeah, so we do have somebody else coming to oh, chipmunk.
Oh! Look, another half-tailed gale. Oh, no,
He came right out of the food dish.
As long as they stay out of my garden.
Yeah. Oh, he's going out. Yeah, stay out of the garden and plucking. No, that's straw. So the alpacas are also looking for their food, and whenever they see a pail, there's Paula looking in the pail. Oh, what's in there?
No, it's not food.
That's straw. No nutritional value whatsoever. So this here is Turbo, and then we have Tulip. Hi. No, that's just my finger, Tulip. And then Daisy. So those were the 2 new ones that came in before I had left on vacation, so they're doing really good. Fitting right in, aren't you?
Yeah, okay, Packas.
Packas want their food.
Go.
Oh, you're putting them right in now. We used to just bring the food out to them, and then of course we would fend off the other ones.
Oh, gosh. Go. Chancy.
Oh.
Go. All the way.
That's the remaining pig food. Says that's not our regular food. What is that? Paula, this is the only time Paula spits. And she spits at her son, Marley.
Bowls.
Oh, here's a bowl here.
I need another 1 bowl. Marley's like, I'm just eating.
She was just freaked out because I was beside her. There you go. You're fine now, see? No, she's still jumpy.
Something must have scared her outside or something. You're okay, Shanty. Good girl. I wonder if a tree fell in that storm. Because she's on edge. You're not. Hi, Marley.
So here's Sheldon, and Tara had a scare last week with Sheldon. She came out here through the gate over there, and she saw Sheldon lying down motionless here on the ground. And she thought, oh, our poor Sheldon. And this has happened a few times with a few other animals.
He was cuddled right in here.
Oh, he was cuddled over here. Oh, in that corner.
Yeah.
So Tara went in and, you know, she was upset and, you know, in tears. And she goes up to him and she puts her hand on him, and he's still warm. She's like, oh, he must have just passed. Well, he gets up and lets the biggest yawn out and then goes and starts running around. So, you know, when you live on a farm,
Scared mommy.
you know, you have to, it's in the back of your mind, the loss of animals. And when you see an animal that's motionless, but he was sleeping, he was like completely knocked out.
Yeah.
Now, also from the, well, it actually wasn't in the last video. There was his name was Joey, and he's a red, I believe he's a red kangaroo. Now, I did take some photos of Joey. It was 37 degrees on the farm in Kangaroo Creek, and it was, you know, he wasn't doing very well. He wasn't taking the heat very well. Now, I didn't get him in the video. I was taking some photos. There was 3 volunteers around. But apparently he has the exact same ailment that Sheldon does, which we tend to look at as autism. So they used to call him Stevie Wonder, which we kind of nicknamed Sheldon Stevie Wonder at one point, because he had kind of his head tilt that would go back and forth. And Joey, the kangaroo, was the same way. So it was it's very interesting to have met another animal who has the same ailment as Sheldon. So getting to this pen over here, you can see how it's substantially less green. So what Tara had done, and this kind of went and coincided with Sheldon being found in the corner, she let the 3 of them in here to chew this down, which they've done a really good job at doing. You can just see the little stems coming up, right, buddy? And so they chewed this all down and cleaned it all up. So of course Tara was thinking, oh, did he eat too much? Did he get bloat? What was the case? But no, he just had a really good dinner and decided to sleep it off. Somebody's having a bath. This is how Muscovies have baths. They don't often go in the water, whereas all the other ducks will swim out in the water and dive down. The Muscovies, they will go up to, well, to the edge of the pond or to a water dish like this. And they'll just dunk their head in and, oh, get away from the fence. Yep, clearance. They'll drink, dunk their head in, and then they'll kind of preen their feathers. What are you doing, Hazel? Did you eat all the food in here? Did you eat all the greens? Good job. Good job. It looks like she's on... Is that Kathy?
Yeah. She looks like she's on a mission.
Well, yeah, she's on a mission. So when they do this little squeaking and they're... It's like they're, yeah, she's going in there.
Where are you hiding, and what are you hiding?
Are you sitting on...
Oh, come on.
You're sitting on eggs.
We better...
You can always tell when a duck is sitting on eggs by the way they act. Now, of course, she went over to that water dish, and then she walked straight back. They kind of have their head down, and they've got that walk that they're on a mission. And she walked directly right back in there. So she is sitting on. So the other eggs that were inside in the building, so they didn't work out. So I guess she figured she would just start a new nest. Hazel, did you grow up in a barn? Actually, Hazel grew up in a house. So I can't even use that joke. Oh boy, Sheldon's like, what do you mean? Well, I want some of that too. Oh, Mommy's gonna get some. There we go. Okay. Oh boy. He just doesn't stand still.
He doesn't eat it. Like, takes a bite and then he's done.
Oh boy.
Sheldon.
Oh, favorite treat, willow.
Those are baby willow.
Yeah, those are tender. And how's little Atlas doing?
He's liking his new friends.
Yep.
They sleep on the branches together, which is cute.
So he's got some new seramas. Some young seramas.
Yeah.
So there's one over here. And there's another one.
Doesn't seem to care about much where his mom
Actually, you
is.
can see a few of them. There's one there as well.
One further in.
And then one further in behind the two Muscovies. So they're working out nice. They're finding their way around. We have a random little chick that's kind of wandering the yard.
Yeah, I'm not sure where his siblings are. Once they leave mom.
Then it's all we have a no, we have nothing to see here. Go about your business. These aren't the people you're looking for.
So how is it? We'll have to fill the pond.
Yeah, so we haven't had much rain at all. The grass is yellow. And the pond is down slightly, so we have a pump that is underneath the lighthouse over there, and we'll turn that on. Usually we can gauge it by that drain over there. If it's, it should just be visible out of the water, and it looks like it's down about 4 inches.
I guess we'll see how much rain we get today.
Yeah, and then this side here, usually when we pump in, it overflows into the trench here, and the pigs will go through and root that. Now, we did get some rain the other night, but I don't think we got much at all. There has been severe weather in western Manitoba. So before I had left a week and a half ago, there was, well, it was probably about 2.5 weeks ago when it happened, there was a heavy downpour and flooding in the Brandon area, which is a couple hours west of Winnipeg. And then 2 days ago, there was a tornado spotted in that area as well that did quite a bit of damage, a couple lives lost. But here we seem to miss all storm and all moisture. It's supposed to start raining in about an hour. It looks a little bit dark, possibly over the trees there. That's the west. So we'll see what happens. I couldn't find Daisy the horse pony. We have a Daisy. Oh, she's in here. Daisy here. So we have to get these things straight. Hi, Daisy. So we have Daisy the sheep, and Daisy the pony is over here. I thought I had seen her, but there she is there. So now we have to distinguish between the two of them. So Daisy the pony and Daisy the sheep. Hi, you got something there? Oh, let me get that. Oh, now you just got more on your... Okay, well you can deal with it. All right, good. Everybody's fed. We have been feeding them back at the back behind the house. So we try to move things around. There's a couple reasons. The ease of feeding them is one, and the other one is to get some seeds from the hay into those areas.
Well, I don't like feeding them in here because of the flies. Like,
yeah,
but these fly strips I replace every week, and it's ridiculous. And I was going to remove the cobwebs, and I'm like, no, because they're fly traps. The flies in here are absolutely terrible. So feeding them outside, but it's supposed to rain today.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna head up and see the boys. So just a quick look here. I moved the Gallagher fencer, the fence charger. And whenever I walk through here, it's nice because you can see just at a glance how the fence is doing. So we've got full power on the fence. If you are interested in a Gallagher fence, charger, any of their equipment, you can head over to their website. I will put a link down in the description, and you get 10% off if you use that link, and then put in the and on the checkout. There has been some changes for the website. They're making necessary changes to make it easy, but you put 10 Acre wood in the notes section. There should be a notes section there. If there's not, they may have actually put a redeem section, which they're supposed to be doing, but you can get 10% off. I also have, for buying local, there will be a coupon coming up in the coming weeks that I will have, and when that comes out I will put that down in the description. You'll be able to print that off, and then you go in and you buy your Gallagher equipment from a local store, and then you take and you mail that along with a copy of the receipt to Gallagher. Actually, I think you can email it, and then they'll send you a check for 10% of your purchase. So there'll be more on that coming up soon. So if you are looking at a fencer or something in that manner, stay tuned. Check out the link down in the description. There's two links. There's a US link and a Canadian link, and the only difference is the dollar amount is displayed in Canadian funds and US funds. So there's that. So the boys are up in this area, and so is Tara and Fernando. Now, as I was discussing earlier, this is kind of our winter hay area. So we had built this kind of enclosure off the main building when we redid this building, and it works excellent for housing hay. So this hay is primarily for the boys, which are up in this area here. Now, I did mention that Chaco was going home, and he actually ended up going home last weekend. So it's just the two boys, and they're in one of their favorite spots, right here in this sandy area underneath the oak tree, and just staying cool. Now, of course, Billy can often be seen standing on his favorite rock there. Goats love to be as high as they can. At least the alphas do, right, Billy? Where are you going? Oh, you're not shy, are you? Oh, Carl's not shy. Carl used to be alpha, but oh, not anymore. Hey, bud. Oh, poor boy. You're in retirement. Okay, boys, there's a storm coming. You've got your houses, so now they've got a house each. 1 and 2. So you got plenty of room. All right, well, we'll see you boys later. Cheese and quackers. And I don't know. These are the other ones that came in. They don't. Yeah, but they don't.
Those are Cayuga, and then
oh, that's Kai then.
That's Kai.
Yeah, okay.
The middle one's Kai.
Yeah, go away for a week and a half. I don't recognize them.
Right?
Kai.
Selena, and then the Anaconda, which I haven't named.
Yeah. And of course, the 2 female Cayugas aren't named either.
Well, yeah. Kai's girls.
Kai's girls. That's
girls.
the easy way. Hey, Fernando. You know, I saw a turkey while I was on my trip, and he was nothing like you. Nothing. He didn't even poof up at all. So I'm trying to look around and see what's different. I know Tara was working on this section here before I left. There were a bunch of straw bales in here. This is our wash station for when we're open to the public, which we are actually now closed for the rest of the year, just because of the pandemic and recent outbreaks. Our porta potty was just cleaned out, so we have a nice fresh porta potty, and our septic tank was also done. So yeah, we were open. We kind of closed it down. The goat yoga's done for the year, and then the petting farm's done for the year. Just because we were doing so well here in Manitoba. We went 13 days with no cases, no new cases. and then there was a funeral for a family in Alberta, and there were over 3,000 people from across Canada and across the US. I'm not sure, our border is supposed to be closed, but I guess they got some kind of something or other that allowed them to come into Canada for the funeral. And then our cases just spiked. So yesterday I think we had 13 cases. So we don't have a lot of cases compared to, you know, the rest of North America really. But, you know, when we see a spike like that, we want to make sure that, you know, we nip it, right? There's some restaurants in a city just south of us. A lot of the restaurants have closed also. So we figured, well, it's best just to do our part. We do it as a fundraiser to help the animals. We do have our hay in the barn that we need for the rest of the year. So we are good there, and we have some funds that are in our account. And then of course, watching these videos also helps us. We do get monetization off of it. So by you viewing it, you sharing our videos with your family and friends, definitely helps the viewership move along. And we get some ad revenue from Google, so thank you.
In the past videos you would have seen this tree. Literally,
Oh,
it was
right.
hanging down. These are the choke cherries.
Yes.
So we harvested the choke cherry and we made choke cherry
Syrup.
So far.
So yeah, there were 3 trees where you did the choke cherry harvesting. And how much was it? Did you weigh it out?
11 liters
11 liters.
off 3 trees, 3 bushes.
So it was a massive amount of choke cherries.
Yeah, it took us four of us an hour and a half.
So they went and boiled them. I think there's some more choke cherries over here too.
No, these are elder, I think.
Well, these ones, but there is another.
These are the or high bush cranberry or something. Oh, I think that's high bush cranberry.
There is another one I saw here. Oh, it's over further.
This high bush cranberry.
So this.
The plums.
Oh, the plums. That's what I saw yesterday too. All this stuff to remember.
I was excited for the plums to come.
So we've got the wild plums. So that's exciting, and they actually go right through the bush there. It's hard to see, but there's quite a few wild plums there.
And this is your, oh gosh, rose hip. So we'll harvest all those. Look at those plums.
Oh yeah.
Tons
So
of
these
plums
are just native to the property. So plums, more plums up in there.
Oh, here's another crab. This is another.
Yeah, well, this is the one I saw here the other day. So you can just see what it looks like.
That one I harvested. That was one right there. That one was hanging right over.
Okay. So, and we don't have many areas of the property that this now grows in because, of course, we've opened up most of the property to the animals. So there is a bush line that runs basically from here and it runs down and across and down the driveway to our barn.
Front yard.
So there's hazelnut as well.
Yeah, it's on the other side.
Yeah.
See the hazelnut, it's cool.
So, and I don't know, we've done stuff. We haven't done anything with hazelnut.
Look,
just
apparently
because
the chipmunks have.
Oh, nice.
Because that's not acorn, that's
No,
hazelnut.
that's hazelnut. Now that I'm in this area, I thought I would show you. This is our surplus.
This is Tara's stash.
Tara's stash. So whenever we get stuff in, and we do a lot of trading back and forth. So you don't necessarily need a lot of money to run your farm, but you do need someone like Tara that is going to trade and barter.
Okay, they're already harvesting the hazelnuts.
The chipmunks, yeah, look at that. There's a whole bunch of shells. Yeah, there's hazelnuts.
Little toots. So I get free pallet wood and I collect it every time I go to the city. And then I just store it, but I just utilized almost my entire 2x4 pallet for the garden.
Right, yeah.
Which you'll see when we get to the garden.
Yeah, Tara's been busy while I've been away. And we do have another section here of pallet wood as well.
Yeah, we use this for sign making and...
So here is just another
My
section.
brick stash.
Yeah, brick stash. We've got these edgers here. We've got like paving stones, all kinds of different colors. Of course, this is some more of that racking, just some thinner stuff. And then pipe. So, you know, one man's garbage, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
You know, that's from a clam trap on the ocean.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Uncle Ed was here.
Oh, and he brought that. That was his.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That was he. Yeah, he dropped off this pipe.
Yeah.
You know, he drives here from across the country, from the West Coast, and brings us a piece of pipe with a sock on it.
He knows I like to reuse
and
stuff.
and this. So that's
This is great for washing veggies. So it's a whole set.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a whole set of them.
Oh, okay.
So you can, well, and they're in the garden, so you can put your veggies in it and then wash them, and then they'll dry. And
all right, so coming into the garden area, so we have the ivy that is doing really well on our staircase going upstairs. We have some rhubarb that you planted this year, did you not?
Last year.
Oh, it was last year. Okay.
last year, and then I added more hollyhocks.
Okay.
Here.
That rhubarb's doing really well.
Yeah.
Okay, into the garden. Yeah, I know we got to watch our follower. That's why we have it fenced in.
Fernando likes to pluck my plants.
Yes, he likes to go through the garden as well.
You know, but if he ate it, I wouldn't have a problem. And then we're gonna put an ivy here, ivy there. So we're gonna, as I transplant it and grow it, I'll put it around the house.
And then, so we've got our pea pods here. I'll just take one of those and try that out. Oh, sweet. Now I want to just touch base on this.
Oh, do you want to come in?
No, I don't need to go in. Oh yeah, actually we will go in. That wasn't even what I thought of. What I was thinking of were these holes. So Tara went in here and took our gas-powered whipper snipper and thought she'd clean out around, but she took, you know, great care in not getting too close to the edge because she didn't want to damage the screen. But didn't think of the exhaust. So as she went around, the exhaust kept on hitting and melting the screen. So, oops. So Tiana came out here before we had left for BC, and she did this. She sewed some of them up. So she's got a few more holes to do. Okay, so this is milkweed.
Okay.
And tell me the story about this.
Well, this is milkweed. This is the good one that the monarchs.
Yeah, the monarchs will go on.
And they eat it, and then they'll go to chrysalis. It's very good. It's the #1 plant for them.
So here, so we found
one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a good view there.
One.
Yeah, so there's one caterpillar there. Oh, and he's munching. Look at him munch away. Look at him.
Right.
You go.
3.
You go, boy.
4.
Yeah. Look at them eat.
So then we've taken them because they're drying, and because we're taking the milkweed. These are the chrysalises all hanging.
Yeah. So we've got a chrysalis there that we're watching. Another one over here. So, and we just kind of clamped them up, and we're keeping an eye on them. There is one that got attached up here. So that one's there. Is there 2?
Right above you. The dead leaves.
Oh, right.
The other side.
Yeah. Oh, that one's a little further on. So that one's actually gotten dark. So this one will likely hatch within the next, I would guess, 48 hours. So there is a video, if you're interested in monarchs, there is a video that I did, it was 2 years ago, I think it was. And I did the monarch butterfly from beginning to end, and then I did a time lapse of the different stages. So I'll put a card up here, and I will put a link in the description, and you can head over there and check that one out. It's pretty neat. All right, so this is new here. Both the rooster that I brought from Kelowna, it's actually a pot holder. So I thought we could put some chicks and hens in the rooster. And the edge. So the edging. So this is the, yeah, there you go. The edging. So Tara decided to use that wood that was missing, that we've been collecting, to make a bed around the outside. So she's starting to till that. So that's a great idea.
Till and then pull the compost in.
Right,
so
put the compost.
These are hammered down about a foot.
Okay.
And then screwed just to keep it in place.
Now, are you putting this newspaper down?
No, you know what? We were going to, but then I want to plant in it right away. So I'm tilling it by hand. I'm tilling it by hand and crumbling it up and weeding it.
Okay. And taking out all, are you taking this stuff out?
No, but I'm mixing it with compost.
Okay.
Because as we show, oh no, over there, you'll see over there, things are growing fantastic in the ground.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so this will all go in the ground. The basil has doubled in height since I put it out here from a pot in here. The asparagus, doing fantastic. We can't harvest for 3 years though.
Yeah, so it's going to take a while for that to...
Yeah. But so this is what I'm doing, and then I'm weeding it and getting it. And I'll do it all the way around the outside.
Yeah, no, it looks great.
Yeah.
So there's the wood there, and we just piecing it together.
Yeah, laminating a 4x4.
So you can see here, you know, they are short pieces, but if you space them out and you laminate them together as to one 4x4.
And then I'm gonna put, I'll get a nice board and cap it.
Finish it off. Okay,
Cap
good,
it,
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turtles.
Oh, right. The turtles haven't hatched. We are expecting them to hatch soon. Kale?
Yeah, kale.
Okay.
Kale? Yeah, the Swiss chard.
Swiss chard, I think. Because kale grows up in a tight tight run.
It's doing good. Now I'm in weeding mode.
You know, and this is the first year, so it's actually doing pretty well.
Went nuts.
Yeah, there's still...
We have tons inside. We're actually not eating them quick enough. So
they are good, and they're nice and crunchy. That's the nice thing. If you've never had cucamelons, they are, or cuca melons. We call them cucamelons because it's just funny to say.
My tomatoes are going like insane.
But they're a cucumber. They're like a cucumber, so I'm guessing that's why they're called a cuca melon.
This is the aftermath of me trimming the tomatoes because we had that wind. So they're doing really well.
Yeah, they're starting. I see a red one in there.
You see a red one?
Yeah, an orange.
Oh.
Yeah, right in there.
I see it.
Yeah, he's hiding. There you go.
Yeah.
Show the camera. Show the camera. You didn't show. There we go.
I ate the little one. Wow.
Well, and fresh is so much better than store-bought because, you know, there's just that much flavor to it.
This is in ground.
Oh, gee.
Right?
Yeah, that's substantially.
Coming like crazy.
That's substantially larger.
Right?
Yeah.
And green and healthy. Like it's so full. But look at these tomatoes. Holy Hannah. All right.
What do we got in the greenhouse?
Well, since we moved the Brussels sprouts inside, they are getting bigger. These guys are starting to take off lots of flowers. I did see bees in here, which was kind of cool because you need the bees to get the fruit. Tomatoes are doing good. I trim them, so they may not have a lot of bush, but I trim everything below the fruit so that they can focus on the fruit. Some of the cucumbers are way up there grabbing on. We're going to try to keep things going through the winter, I think.
These are peppers.
Peppers. The Brussels. These white butterflies, moths, are not good.
Yeah, these are really... So, what do we got?
I don't know where they come from, but...
Well, we thought they came from here.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, this looks promising, but then there's nothing, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Peppers I'm very pleased with. Well, that corner's awesome. It's taking off. That's to the pickling cucumbers. Peas didn't really like it in the straw bales, so we'll do that differently next year. They look good, but then they don't look good.
Yeah, well, this is kind of a learning year as well.
Yeah.
So we've, we started this this straw bale garden last year, but last year we of course had a little fawn in here.
Yeah.
That was a rescue, and we kind of turned it over to her.
I want to play it out. Like I want to see, because certain things like it. I mean, the Brussels sprouts in the greenhouse. Go.
Yeah, some more Brussels sprouts here, and some lettuce here.
That was our second batch of lettuce.
Is it? Okay. So you've already harvested one.
Yeah, it's over in the...
Okay. Oh, it's so much cooler out here. It is pretty warm in the greenhouse.
It is.
For sure. All right. So coming through here, we've got the cucamelons. See, it's just hard to say. I want to say cuckoo melons.
Did we pull a carrot last week?
We did 2 weeks ago, and it was just a little guy.
Oh, right. Well, it's still little.
Yeah, well, they'll probably, I can't see, because they're so close together, I can't see them.
Seed one at a time.
Yeah, Tara gets impatient when seeding.
The seed went really well, though, but I think they need to be in the ground so that they grow in the ground, not poke out.
Yeah.
But you learn, the lettuce loves this. The lettuce loves the, we actually got a beet, I think. It's not really big in there, but...
Yeah. And what is this here? Is this a lettuce?
This is lettuce.
Yeah, I think it went a little too far,
well, as soon as it goes, because you can eat all these, right? But when it goes to seed, I'll take the seeds.
Oh, that's what you're after. Okay, because usually you'd harvest it at this point, would you not?
Yeah, well, we harvest, yes, yeah. This is a romaine right here.
Yeah.
Harvest that, chop it off. But you can also harvest it every leaf going up.
Yeah, okay. So you want that to go to seed.
Yeah.
All right. And it's really loving climbing through here for sure.
Some I can't reach up there. Those are yours.
Well, some of them I'll need to get a ladder, because that one I can't. Wait, I'm like an inch short.
Braxton, this is my broccoli, but
yeah, it's been eaten by something.
Well, I'm definitely thinking that in ground for which you learn, like you experiment. Which ones go better? Where? They're starting to...
Well, and so you had done all the potatoes while I was away.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like it's raining.
I gotta do windows on
Okay,
the car,
well,
too.
we're getting right to the end here. So you did take the potatoes down. I noticed a bunch of potatoes inside.
Yeah, we got 11 gallons out of that.
Okay.
So
good. So you're going to leave it like this and do potatoes somewhere else next year?
yes, probably, or in fabric pails where I can add this. The potatoes we did in here were determinate, and they were just, so they didn't grow. They just had like 3 or 4 potatoes each.
Right.
So normally the ones that you add soil to on indeterminate, they keep growing. These ones didn't. Last year I didn't harvest till fall, and I had tons more.
Yeah.
So we got a little package from Nicole. So we're gonna open that up. She's been waiting and waiting and waiting for it to arrive. So we'll open it up.
We love getting packages.
We love getting packages. They're cute. They're cute.
We've gotten a couple pictures too, some hand-drawn photos.
She says, "Open live, please." So we are. So there's a little moose crossing, which is cute. Have to find a spot for that. And then obviously a gardener. So she's got some plants which we'll be able to put in next year. So there's seeds. She's a planter. Eggplant, which I have never grown, so we'll have to give that a try.
And Braxton was saying he's never had eggplant. I've had eggplant before.
Never?
No.
Cauliflower and some kale. So we'll have to put those into the garden next year. Thank you very much, Nicole. It's kind of real fun to get these little packages.
Well, yeah.
And we often will send back out little packages.
And this is actually our old address that's on here. We used to have a box number. It's still coming to us here. It's being transferred over, but it ends like mid-August. So our address is on our About section on our YouTube channel. I think it's even on our Facebook as well.
I
Or you can Google 10 Acre Woods Anola and it'll probably come up as well.
So thank you very much, Nicole.
Thank you.
We'll keep you posted on how they grow. Obviously next spring,
Yeah.
because this season's already started. But thanks. We'll enjoy those.
So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. There wasn't a whole lot of changes. Well, there was some changes that Tara did around here. And then the harvesting of the berries. So that kind of blew my mind yesterday when I walked into the kitchen. And you're just doing your hair.
I've been outside all day and I've got wings.
So we'll see what the next week brings. I hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I just noticed I had wings.